Journal entry. Journal entry aims to record the economic impact of transactions on the firm in a journal, which is form that facilitates transfer to the accounts. So, we will record all the financial transaction of an entity in a journal. Chronological listing of a firm's transaction. So, in journal, we will record all the financial transactions of an entity. A journal entry shows all the effects of the business transactions in terms of debits and credits. The process of recording transaction is called journalizing. The standard contents of general journal are as follows: date, account titles and explanation, debit and credit. In date, the year and month are not rewritten for every entry unless the year or month changes or new page is needed. In account titles and explanation, the account to be debited is entered at the extreme left of the first line, while the account to be credited is entered slightly intended on the next line. Debit. The debit amount for each account is entered in this column. In credit, the credit amount for each account is entered in this column. For application of journal entry, we have here a transactions for the month of May, and we will record its financial transaction in journal. So, this is the standard contents of general journal. The date, account titles and explanation, debit and credit. We will indicate these standard contents in the journal. So, this is the journal. In this space, we will indicate the date, and this is the account titles. And explanation. In this space naman, we will have the debit and credit. So this is the standard content of the general journal. The company completed the following transactions. In May 1, Esterelina Guevara is a social entrepreneur from the South. She's into a lot of interesting causes. Her fine taste is pertinent, such as she is considering authority in planning weddings. Upon the advice and prodding of an esteemed colleague, Gloria Di Toya, Guevara decided to organize her wedding consultancy. She invested $250,000. So Miss Guevara is the owner of an entity, and her business entity is the wedding consultancy, and she invested service provider, and she invested $250,000. Since she invests $250,000 in her business now had a cash and also capital. So the account affected in cash and is the cash and capital. So we will indicate the date, which is May 1. And the account title are the cash and Guevara capital. So the cash is on asset, which is debit, in debit side, amounting of $250,000. And the second account titles is the Guevara capital. We will indicate the Guevara capital slightly intended on the next line, like this. So it is also amount of $250,000. So in May 1, it increased in cash and in Guevara capital. After we record the account titles, we will also indicate the explanation, which is, it is also in slightly intended, which is the to record Guevara investment. Next transaction. Rented office space and paid 2 months rent in advance amounting of 8,000 pesos. Since the expense is not incurred and they paid it in advance, like this in this transaction, which is they paid it 2 months rent in advance, it is an asset and we will record it as prepaid rent. So to record this May 1, we will not rewrite the date because it is just the same on the first transaction. It is also a May 1. So to record the transactions, we have debit prepaid rent, amounting of 8,000 pesos, and also credit in cash, amounting of 8,000 pesos. Transaction May 2. Esterelina Guevara issued a promissory note for a 210,000 pesos loan from Metrobank. This availment will be used for the acquisition of a service vehicle. The note carries a 20% interest per annum. The arrangement with the bank is that both the the principal are payable in full in 1 year. So in this transaction, the business entity borrowed some money to the Metrobank, and the money, which is 210,000, they will use it in acquisition of a service vehicle. Since the business entity borrowed the money, it will increase in cash and credit notes payable 210,000 because the entity's liability increases because they borrowed money to the Metrobank. So we will record debit cash 210,000 and credits note payable amounting of 210,000. May 2. Hired an office assistant and an account executive, each with a 7,800 monthly salary, or each is to receive 300 pesos per day for the 26-day work month. For May 2, no journal entry necessary because it is not a financial transaction. It's just that the business entity hired 2 employees, and hiring an employee of a business entity is not a financial transaction. So we will not record May 2, which is they hired 2 employees. So the next transaction is May 4, acquired service vehicle for 420,000 pesos. So in this transaction, the business entity acquired service vehicle. To record the transaction in acquiring service vehicle, in May 4, it is debit service vehicle amounting of 420,000 and credit cash 420,000. So the next transaction is May 4, paid Prudential Guarantee and Assurance Incorporation 14,400 for a 1-year comprehensive insurance coverage on the service vehicle. So in this transaction, the business entity paid the insurance for 1 year. So it is an example of prepayment. And to record this transaction, we will not also rewrite the date because it is the same in the previous transaction, which is May 4. So we will record debit prepaid insurance amounting of 14,400 and credit cash amounting of 14,400. For the transaction in May 5, acquired office equipment from Fair and Square Emporium for 60,000, paying 15,000 in cash and the balance next month. So for May 5 transaction, the business entity acquired office equipment amounting of 60,000 pesos and they paid partial payment 15,000 and the 45,000 difference is the balance that they will pay next month. To record, we will record the acquisition of office equipment even if it is paid, partial, or totally unpaid. So, in May 5, it is debit office equipment amounting of 60,000 pesos and credit cash amounting of 15,000 pesos. And the balance, which is the 45,000 pesos, is in accounts payable. So, it is credit accounts payable because the business entity's liabilities increases. So, I'm so sorry for the error because I indicated the May 8 next to May 5. So, May 8, purchase supplies on credit for 18,000 from San Jose Merchandising. So, in transaction May 8, the business entity purchased supplies from San Jose Merchandising. So, we will indicate the date, which is May 8. And to record, it is debit in supplies amounting of 18,000 and credit accounts payable amounting of 18,000. We record it as an accounts payable 18,000 pesos because the business entities purchase supplies on credit, which means it is liabilities. So the next transaction is paid San Jose Merchandising 10,000 pesos of the amount owed. This is the related to the May 8, which they purchase supplies on credit. In this transaction, May 9, it is debit in accounts payable and credit cash amounting of 10,000 pesos. Debit accounts payable because the liability decreases. And credit cash because the business paid their accounts payable. For May 10 transaction, coordinated and finalized simple bridal arrangement for 3 couples and collected fees of 8,800 per couple. Service include prospecting and selecting the church and the reception locations, couturier, caterer, car services, flowers, souvenirs, and invitation. In May 13, they paid salaries amounting of 6,600. So in transaction May 10, the business entity rendered service and the business received 8,800 from their customer. So it is in debit in cash 8,800 times 3 because it is for the 3 couples. So it is 26,400. And credit consulting revenue 26,400. Next transaction, which is May 13, paid salaries amounting 6,600. It is debit salaries expense 6,600 and credit cash amounting of 6,600. May 15. The entity is earning additional revenues by referring consulting clients to friendly hotels, caterers, printers, and couturiers. Receive 10,000 pesos advance fee for 3 clients referred. So in May 19, business entity received 10,000 pesos in advance, and it is example of unearned revenue, meaning the client paid in advance but the business entity didn't rendered or they are not completely rendered the services. So to record, in May 15, it is debit in cash amounting 10,000 and credit and earned referral revenue amounting of 10,000 pesos. May 19. Coordinated and finalized elaborate bridal arrangements for 3 couples and billed fees of 12,000 per couple. Additional services include documents preparation, consultations, and feng shui expert as to the ideal wedding date for the prosperity and harmony, provision for limousine service and honeymoon trip. May 25 transaction, Guevara withdrew 14,000 pesos for personal expenses. So in May 19, the business entity rendered and finalized the services for their customers and billed fees amounting of 12,000 pesos per couple. So to record this transaction in May 19, it is debit accounts receivable 12,000 times 3 because of the 3 couples amounting of 36,000 and credit consulting revenue 36,000 pesos. In May 25 transaction, Guevara withdrew 14,000 pesos for personal expenses. So, Guevara withdrew 14,000 pesos. To record, it is debit Guevara withdrawal amounting of 14,000 pesos and credit cash amounting of 14,000 pesos. May 27, paid salaries 7,200. The May 27 transaction, which is paid salaries amounting of 7,200, it is debit salaries expense and credit cash amounting of 7,200. In May 30, received the ICC Buy and telephone bill 1,400. In this transaction, if we receive a bill from our service provider or suppliers, meaning we need to record the expenses. So in this transaction, it is one of example of accrual expenses because we already receive a bill but not paid. So to record, in May 30, it is debit utilities expense and credit accounts payable amounting of 1,400. In transaction May 30, received 24,000 for 2 clients for the service billed last May 19. So, it means the clients paid the business entity so they received a cash. To record, we will not also rewrite the date because it is the same on the previous transaction which is May 30. To record, it is debit in cash 24,000 and credit accounts receivable 24,000 pesos. So for the last transaction, May 31, settled the electricity bill of 3,000 pesos for the month. So in May 31, the business entity paid their electricity bill for the month. So to record the last transaction, it is debit utilities expense and credit cash amounting of 3,000 pesos.